Hello everyone and welcome back to a Il2 Korea tutorial. This is to set up a MetaQuest 3 or any other headset that uses the Meta Horizon app, which we will open. And as you can see, go to connect. Obviously my headset's not connected yet. But first things first, go into settings, go to general, and then you'll go all the way down to the bottom where it says the OpenXR. Make sure that's set to the Horizon app, and this is just for MetaQuest users. Pimax has their own way of doing things, and other VR headsets have their own XRs and whatnot to run off of. But this is for IL2. If you're in the settings and you have it set to OpenXR, make sure it's set to this OpenXR, just for better performance and overhead and all of that. And also the settings and stuff that you'll see, I'm running a NVIDIA 5070 Ti GPU with a 9800 X3D Ryzen CPU with 32 gigabytes of RAM. So keep that in mind. If you have a slightly less powerful system, kind of scale back, start small, then go up, essentially. That's what I would say. But yeah, now as you can see, I turned on the MetaQuest and turned it on, and the thing will be connecting as soon as I go through and connect it. Alrighty, there it is. You have your handheld and your battery, all that stuff here, obviously. And yes. I come into the support tab of the MetaQuest. So wherever you installed it at, there should be a support thing. Meta Horizon, and then support. And then you'll go to diagnostics. And I would suggest this for any flight sim, not just IL2 Korea. But this is my settings. I've got the encoder set to 850. Which, I mean, my PC runs all this stuff. DCS, IL2 Korea, the regular IL2 War Thunder, all of them set to this. So 90 hertz, 1 times 5 pixel density, connected and active. And then you will also want to shut off and disable the asynchronous space warp. Otherwise you get like screen tearing and effects, and it's just painful to play. Let's just put it that way. So just disable that. At least I'm able to. I know some people can't if their PC can't handle the VR and the frames, and leave it alone. But if you're rocking something similar to what I've got, I would suggest leaving it off. And yeah, then you'll just boot up. And I'm recording this on OBS too, which is why you'll see split screen. Which obviously, you saw the video from earlier. If you haven't seen it, go back and watch it. My initial review kind of just look around, essentially, video for IL2 Korea. But that will not be filmed with OBS, so it will not be split screen. But this is what I'm seeing, obviously, in the Meta Horizon. And it's just loading. And there we go. There's our P80. And then for settings, in-game settings at least, and you will not be able to use a handheld Meta hand holder controller for this. You'll have to use a mouse. So yeah, this is my settings. And everything's relatively high. And I mean, even in the hangar, I mean, you can see it's relatively smooth. So, pilot bodies on, reflections, clouds, like render distances are all pretty much set to the max. I think shadows are the only thing I kind of left lower because I didn't really feel the need for extra darkness in places. And I mean, you can't even really tell. I mean, the game looks great as is, so just the sharpening effects and whatnot. But I mean, kind of go through, play with your system. This is kind of baseline for all of you out there who want a decent picture. And that I have not touched, so. But, yeah, we can just exit out of that then. Make sure to apply it before you exit out. And then I will kind of show you pretty much what I'm seeing in game. And I do apologize for the split screen. I was recording it at one go on OBS, which kind of means I can't really put it to one screen, but just gotta figure out how to take off from the ground just so I'm not flying, just so you guys can see. Go to free flight, start, take off. And also, like, the game's loading times are like wonderfully short. Like, they are not long at all in VR, so they just kind of no different than IL2 Great Battles. I mean, it's a very well optimized for VR game, which I assumed it would be. I mean, a lot of the dev stuff I read earlier on and stuff, I mean, very, very happy with what they've produced. I guess I don't really need a skin or anything or a helmet, but there's that option. For those of you who didn't watch the first video, who are new. But yeah, I mean, as you can see here, like, the view looks good and everything. The clouds, distance, like depth of field and all that is really good. You know, the controls and everything. Like, it's not stuttering or having, you know, kind of that black box that's around meta sometimes. If you end up really lagging on the hardware side, it'll start to like freeze and it'll be black around the edges and stuff. It doesn't do that. I haven't had any of those issues. But you can see the mirror there. This is why you set the mirrors to complex, because you can pretty much see it just as well as turning your head and looking back there. But yeah, so if you've enjoyed this short MetaQuest 3 video of my settings and how to connect and what to connect and how to connect, leave a like, subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. Reds out.